Alright, so I'm going to show you how to quickly get the leads, or the process anyway, um, so that you can see it happening, so you understand what it is that you can expect to do. I'm going to do most of this from scratch. I am obviously going to edit out parts that you don't need to sit and wait through. You understand the process, so I'm going to show you the beginning of it, and then I might make snippets so that you don't have to sit and wait through it. For example, downloading. I'm pretty sure you don't want to see me download stuff, so I'll edit that stuff out. So anyway, what I do is start with the services section, and you can sort through. I'm on Craigslist right now, by the way, Craigslist.com or .org. Um, and I'm going to look through my local services section. I looked through lessons earlier, and you can start with any one of these. You can even start with all services if you wanted to. Just put in the word YouTube and see what pops up. But I like to do this with a kind of a sort of an idea in mind. So lessons, just as an example, I found one over here. Let's see here, magic lessons. Um, I also saw one that I really liked already, martial arts. So I found this martial arts ad, right, and I typed in YouTube. See, the idea is most of these people are, YouTube appears somewhere in this ad, right? So I like this one because this guy's got his ad in there. It's a decent ad, by the way. But there's a lot of scrolling going on. Even right here in this ad, he doesn't make use of the ad's full potential, right? No, the marketing principles aren't really there. Looking at this ad, you wouldn't necessarily be able to get a hold of the client. If you click on it, it takes them to a photo bucket. There's no phone numbers to dial. You probably have to search all over the place for that. And then you have another ad down below to display his artistic work, I guess. Again, no calls to action. Oh, he has a website there. That's pretty cool. And one right here. But notice this YouTube link. So if I click on that YouTube link, it takes me to this video here. And obviously he wants people to see the video, but he doesn't make it very obvious, over here. In fact, the link is kind of buried, and it doesn't even sit on its own line, right? So what I would do is download this video and turn it quickly into a GIF, give it back to the guy, and make his ad a lot better. Here's what it looks like. So you click on Start and the YouTube downloader, YTD downloader. Open that up. Put the link. The link will appear right in here. As I copy it, let's see if now we can get the link in there. All right, and then you click download. And once you click the download button, it'll start downloading. I'll go ahead and do that right now. Pause the video, come right back. Okay, now that I downloaded it, I'm going to open up my free video to GIF converter. I'm going to browse for that video. Here it is right here. Click open, and I quickly sorted through the points that I wanted it from. So I'm going to put from point let's see, 7-second mark up to the 30-second mark. That's fine. You leave the width and the extract frames per second frame rate the same. You leave this aspect. You leave everything else alone. Essentially, all we really want is about something around 6 to about 12 seconds, something like that. So you click on next. It'll extract all those frames from that point, between those 2 points. And then here you have the different frames, right? So you can see what you can remove whatever you don't want from over here. There's over 232 frames here, right? So that's a lot of frames. So let me go ahead and just quickly make the changes, and then what you do once you remove whatever it is you want, for the color matching, you click excellent. For the play speed, you leave that as the source video, and then you simply click make GIF. And once you do that, let me show you what you come up with. Let me just edit this real quick, and I'll be right back. So here I have the GIF. I named it Jiu-Jitsu GIF. I'm going to right click it and show you what I saved. Let me see if I could open with Google Chrome. There it is. That's what I saved right up there. It's about as long as it needs to be. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and close that. And let me show you what I do with it. By the way, I wanted to show you guys a free tool. I guess I'm going to point it out to you. Actually, I'll point it out to you in a little bit. Now, let me get to the, let me get to actually making the image. So we open up GIMP. It was called Screen Presser if you didn't see that. I'll get back to it in a second. You open up GIMP. This is a free tool. You download it. This is version 2.6. I think 2.8 is out right now. I like using this one because I'm comfortable with it. It does what I need it to do. Okay, so here we have a blank slate. I'm going to show you how to do this pretty quickly from scratch. I'm going to click File. I'm going to click New, and we're going to make the height a little bit greater. And the width is 360. We'll leave that alone. Hit OK. And then what we're going to do is create new layer. We're going to make a border real quick around all of this. I like going back to background and selecting alpha to selection. And I'm going to click select. I'm going to click shrink. I want to shrink it by 4. And I'm going to select invert. Make sure the new layer is selected. And make sure this bucket fill tool is selected. Make sure the foreground is selected. And I'm going to click on the outside. That's it. Make sure you get kind of in between those lines. Select none. And that's it. Your border is now created. And the layers at the top. So again, make sure you select background. I'm going to take the Jujitsu image, that GIF that we just made, and I'm going to drop it right in there on top of the background. You notice it added like a ton, like hundreds of layers or something like that. So all you're going to do quickly now is select the first Jujitsu image, and then go down to the bottom, and we can select the last Jujitsu image. Clicked on the link. And you notice it linked all of these, but what you're going to do is unlink the last one, and if the first one selected, unlink that one as well. So now if we wanted to move around this image, we can. Now let's quickly make a border around this so it looks kind of nice. So I'm going to go ahead and select the last image of the Jujitsu GIF. And I'm going to go ahead and right click, alpha to selection, select grow by 4. I like making a nice little white kind of border around it and then a black border around that. So what I'm going to do is select background, right click, new layer. I'm going to call this white. And I click the bucket fill, make sure the back image is selected, and I'm going to click make sure the white is selected, click right on top of it. Oops, select Z. You got to actually switch these colors around for this to work, then you can fill it. And then I'm going to right click again, click new layer. I'm going to call this one black. And I'm going to, with the black one selected, I'm going to select and click grow. I want to grow it by another 4. Switch these around again, and boom. I have a nice little border around that. Let's say we didn't want to, we don't want this background color to be this. I always like gradients myself. So what I'm going to do is select this gradient tool. I'm going to change the background color of this. And I'm going to click on, let's see here, I'm going to make this color, this cool little light blue. I'm going to select from the top to about right there. Try that again. Okay, there we go. I just pulled right from the bottom to about right there. That did what I wanted it to. If you want to make it longer, you can. Go right there. That's fine. And then what I want to do is add in the logo and the click here button. So let's go ahead and add the logo. Let me show you how to do that. Go back to the ad, and I see the logo that I want is this part right here. So I'm going to go ahead and see if I can't select that. So with Screen Presso, what you can do if you don't have Snagit or a paid tool like Snagit, you can use Screen Presso and it does exactly what you need it to. And for this video, for this demonstration video, I'm gonna actually go a little bit even more basic. I'm gonna start with what's on my PC because I use a PC. I'm pretty sure on Mac you can do something similar. I don't know exactly what they are. I don't use a Mac, but Screen Presso's free. You can download this. It'll do exactly what you need it to do. It works just like Snagit. But watch what I do with with the free tool. So you can click on Control and Print Screen on your keyboard. I'm going to go ahead and open up Paint. Okay, with Paint selected, I'm going to just Control V it. I'm going to paste that right in there, just like that. I'm going to go ahead and click the Select tool, Freeform Selection, and I want to go from like right here to right over, right around it. And I'm going to go ahead and crop it. And that's kind of good enough, I suppose. I'm going to just collect this erase tool. Let's see if I can erase some of this other stuff here. I'm going to go ahead and save that. Silva logo, I guess. Close that and go back to GIMP, and I'm going to go ahead and find Silva logo. Make sure my background is selected. Put the Silva logo right in there. It's way too big now, right? So I'm going to use this resize tool. Click on it and make sure that this is conjoined, is linked, and shrink it up a bit. Once it's where I want it, I can go ahead and resize that. Actually, do that a little bit more. I'll scale it, and now I'm going to just move it around. Alright, I'm going to put my logo in here as well. Let's see, what did I do with it? Go ahead and look for logo, and again make sure that background selected, focus life logo. You can preset this too, guys, again, but for this purpose, the purpose of this video, I'll go ahead and just show you how I do it from scratch. Doesn't take me very long. It won't take you very long either, as soon as you get some practice under your belt. Scale it. You can't really see it, right? So what you do is create a new layer. I'm going to make this the background, backdrop. You can't name it quite the same thing. And I'm going to use this square tool selector. Just highlight right around that logo that I just dropped in there. Make sure the backdrop is selected. I'm going to click the fill tool. I'm going to go ahead and switch these around, and I'm going to fill it with white. Now you can see it better, right? Select none. Now what I'm going to do is go ahead and choose this text tool, and I'm going to write right in here to remove watermark, call call me there. I'm going to make this a bit smaller and change this to I M, and then center it, grow it just a bit more. Actually, let's see what it looks like when it's in red. It's horrible. Black should work just fine. Alright, there you go. Put a phone number in there, and then what I'm going to put right in here is another I'm going to select background again, and I'm going to select, let's see here, want to see more, question mark, click close, make sure that that's visible, make that bigger. Let's see what that looks like in maybe a darker red. Yeah, I like that. And I'm going to go ahead and make the image, the graphic creator, using the freegraphicreator.com. I just want to point out to you guys, freegraphicreator.com. It seems like a tool that's very similar to something that one of my mentors, I'm not sure which one of these people made this first, but my mentor has something like this, Jack Mize. I think he's brilliant and amazing, and if this guy on this site stole it, it's unfortunate, but he's making it free, so it's a free tool that's out there on the internet, so I just put it in there in the resources. But if you want to learn some more ninja cool stuff, stay tuned with me. I will be definitely collaborating with Jack Mize again in the near future. So quickly made this button. You can go to freegraphicreator.com and I'll show you how I created this button. If you want. Well, actually, just to save time, I created it using the button creator one. If I go back here, click on Buy Now Creator. Sorry, Buy Now Creator is what I made it with, and then it takes you to this, and you got to manipulate this a bit. So I did that, and let me go ahead and put the button in right on this page here. I'm going to go to my pictures, this is where I have it saved. And I have that saved as snapshot 1. So go ahead and make sure that background is selected, and then we're going to go put snapshot 1 right in there. Oh, it's way too big now, right? So we're going to move this down using the move tool, and I'm going to go ahead and resize it using the scale tool. Make sure you bring that in, rein that in, right? Scale it. Move it over, center it a bit. And just like that, you're pretty much done. Just one last thing to do here is File, Save As. And I'm going to save it as qzx100 new add. New-add.gif. And click Save. Click Save as Animation, Export, and you can leave everything else the same. If you want to create it, you want to change the GIF comment, I put by Focus Life Marketing. Yeah, you can go ahead and put your number in there, but you understand what it is that I'm doing here by branding it a bit. Click Save. Right click it, and we clicked it as qzx100 new add. So I'm going to right click, open with Google Chrome, and just like that I made this new ad. Oh, actually there's one last change. I forgot about this. Sorry about that, guys, but actually what you want to do is grab the top new layer, and you want to move that to the bottom. Just above the background layer for it to show. Forgot about that. Alright, so now we can save it again. Save as animation, export. Okay, now let's try and right click and open that. There is the border now. Looks a lot better with the border in my opinion. Now you can go ahead and send this to the potential prospect, and you just built yourself your portfolio. Look at how quick you did that. Isn't that pretty cool? So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to fire this off now in the next video.